Our first draw of the competition. A 0-0 draw. Come on, guys.
I mean, look, Group E for excitement. Make-A-Wish Foundation did have a competition set up. We flew some kids over. You know, we could barely afford it, but we did it. Some African kids. Look, they watched the game and, well, 90 minutes passed by, 0-0. They were more interested in going to time zone after the game. They thought it was bloody terrible.
Yeah. Thanks for ruining our job of sending kids over, wasting our money, and really ruining these kids' lives. Thanks a lot, Netherlands and Ghana. Come on. Put some effort in. Put the ball in the back of the net. It's not hard. Press the B button. Hold it down. Not too long. Just a bit.
These poor kids they're going to be, you know, dead in what, 3 to 4 months, and all they want to do is die, you know, peacefully. And you know, someone says, "Oi, mate, did you score?"
And they're going to say no.
They're going to say no, we didn't score. You know, take that in all aspects. You know, it's just bloody outrageous.
Okay, so let's just move on. Netherlands again. Let's see what they can do this time against Chile. Chile started off on a great against Ghana. Netherlands couldn't score against Ghana. Let's see what they can do against each other.
Cabanga. Cabanga. Cabanga.
Heartbreak for Netherlands as Chile win their second match, 2 out of 2. Chile are going to be ecstatic with their new manager because who knows how they would have done with Timmy Z.
Yeah, definitely. Look, this group's going to go down to the wire. If I just bring up the tables here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look, Chile, Netherlands, Ghana, they've all played each other. There's just one little team sitting at the bottom there. They're not north of the table, they're south.
The South. It's not what their name says, is it?
Look, you know, they need to get their games played, and really whatever the teams can get off them is going to shape who goes through to the next round.
Well, if you look at it this way, Chile have guaranteed their way through. They're in the knockouts. They're one of the first teams to be guaranteed to be in the knockouts here. North Korea really have a really easy task ahead of them. They've got 3 games. If they can just win one of them, they could be on their way to the knockouts. So it's all for North Korea to do. More with new managers. Our last manager of the competition, newest guy in. We just talked about him before, Josh. Smooth as sugar voice.
Definitely.
Darker.
Look, a lot of excitement going into this game just to see what Josh could, you know, pull out of the magic hat. Going in against the Paraguay team that, well, you know, they didn't look too good against Slovenia in their last game.
They obviously put in a lot of hard work yards in the practice and in the training field because they really looked dangerous in this game. They had some possession, they had some shots and goals they couldn't convert, and I think just the home crowd barracking on with their vuvuzelas just really pushed South Africa home.
Yeah. Look, they've got the goal that was required. Here's what happened in the game. Mr. Video Man.
Well, South Africa, Paraguay. Can Paraguay finally get a shot on target? Well, I don't think so. Even the passes, though, were greatly improved. This one here going out of bounds on the full. But South Africa with a new manager. It wasn't long before goal. Josh Barker fighting South Africa with Benny McCarthy to the lead and to the top of the table. And well, Paraguay certainly had their opportunities to get back into it. But really and truly, it was all Bafana. Could they make it to, well, perhaps they're lacking the big game experience. But the free kicks coming in there, and the fans certainly telling the referee, do you have eyes? Final score, 1-0.
Played pretty good. There was a couple of good chances at goal, and yeah, it just didn't come through. Progress has just been getting better and better, so I hope the next game is even can be a win, and see what we go from there.
Yes, quite exciting. Home crowd loving it, and the players were loving it too. All around good stuff.
Were you loving it?
Oh, I was digging it big time, definitely. Well worth the move from the country I was managing before.
Which was?
I'm not that sure.
Quite a match.
Well, I never. Talk about a home ground advantage.
Talk about a home ground advantage. Let's have a look at the table now of Group H. Well, Paraguay. Well, I think Paraguay have just pretty much knocked themselves out of contention unless they can win their last game against Slovakia with a goal difference of something like 9+.
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, it's good to see Paraguay in the tournament, but as they say in tennis, game, set, match.
They certainly do. Slovakia need to play the games, and they have a real chance here. Slovenia and Slovakia up the top of the table. Well, it's still up for grabs. It's between those three, so
still games to be played in Group H, and you know, I'm sure they're all going to experience. Well, two of those teams are going to experience hell, and that's what Group Hell is all about.
Well, I think it stands for hell, but it also stands for heat, because it's going to hot up. And it should say hot, shouldn't it? Hot up. It's going to hot up. Group H. Heat up. Hot up. Group F.
Yep.
What does that stand for?
Fun.
Fun. This is a fun group. This is a fun competition, really. Algeria versus Spain. Algeria build in the competition to not really have much of a chance up against Spain. A great team, but AI controlled. Well, what else to do but go to the videos?
Well, what a day in the sunshine for Algeria. No, this wasn't in the desert. It was the World Cup finals. And what a way to get it started. A goal from Algeria against a shocked Spanish team. And that one went straight into the back of the net. Gazelle, more like Gazole. And again! That has to be almost goal of the tournament. Manager Timothy Raisin was ecstatic as that one hit the back of the net. And I can only say this one more time, Gazole. Algeria just kept coming forward, and it was so impressive in the first half. They've nabbed 3 goals before half time. Gazole getting another Gazole. And while Spain, look, they came back in the second half, credit to them. That was David Villar there getting one back. And before you know it, it was 3-2. And well, this shot right at the end of the game could have got a draw, but Algeria with a great win.
What a close match.
Tantalisingly close. Look, I mean, AI controlled Spain. Who would have thought that they'll come out into a match where, you know, they're not really playing for much else anymore except pride? Did they show pride?
They did.
Oh, yes, they did.
Like, AI has been written off in this competition after a few drubbings. Like, when Australia takes out New Zealand 9-0, you think, okay, this AI is just a joke. No point even having them there. But then you have matches like England, Switzerland, where England just somehow pull out a win, and then you have Algeria just holding on against, like, a surging Spain, who really made themselves known in this competition. And it's unlikely, but they could pull out a few shocks in this group.
Yeah, definitely. Look, 7 goals in a game is great to see. I'm sure everybody that was there spectating had a blast of a time. But look, Algeria, 3 points on the board. There's not much more you can ask for. And, you know, that's going to go a long way in getting them through to the next round. Let's just bring up the tables here.
Interesting stuff. With Spain losing to Serbia by such a large margin, and now losing to Algeria, they've pretty much lost this group. But it's all up to Serbia versus Algeria. I think Portugal will take out Spain, and I think Portugal will take out Algeria, but whoever wins against Algeria and Serbia will be going to those knockouts, and that's exactly where you want to be, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Look, Portugal have got themselves a key win in their opening game. It's definitely Serbia, Algeria. It's the one to look out for there. I'm sure that's going to be a Snickers Cruncher match of the week at some point, at some time.
It certainly will.
In the future.